Hello, hello. Oh, baby! Thank you!
No, no, you don't.
I was gonna say, quit the
How many seconds in the fucking intro? I want to say 15,
Hit that
but I'm
shit,
like, no,
bitch!
it's probably like more like 12.
It's as long as you make it, you can adjust the time.
No, I could, but I'm not getting the whole intro.
Well, why don't you let people know who the hell we are and what they're listening to at the moment?
We are Frank and Anthony, and you are listening and or watching the Completely Inappropriate podcast.
Do you think
brought
there's
to you
anybody
to the-
that watches but doesn't listen?
According to YouTube Studio, whatever the fuck it's called,
Don't
yes,
give away our numbers.
yes, there are people that are watching, and most of them are not subscribed. So if you're watching, be sure to like and subscribe and help us out a bit. We might even reward you with having
Only
be
if you
one of our
want to.
guests.
Only
Oh,
if
well,
you
of
want
course.
to.
Of course, it's a free country. Unless you're not in a free country, then do as I say. Damn it!
Oh, you're the dictator.
Apparently. So yeah, we are here, not live from our living rooms, doing this whole podcast thing.
I mean, I'm alive.
Mm-hmm. But we're not live. We're not transmitting live. We're just here like a bunch of dildos doing stuff, talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that what? So, how do you feel? I want to ask, how do you feel about all the people doing podcasts nowadays? Like, first off, every fucking celebrity and their mom, literally, their moms are starting to join. I think Justin Long had a 102-year-old grandmother who was joining him on the podcast occasionally, and who just passed away not too long ago.
Mhm.
There's every fucking celebrity is just squeezed out the little guy. Like, I was excited for podcasting because I thought it was going to be like YouTube, like any Tom, Dick, and Harry with any sort of ambition and stick to itiveness would fucking rise to the top. The cream will rise to the top. But yeah, no, we're getting fucking dragged, pushed down to the bottom by all the fucking chaff.
I'll have to agree on you that
Agree on me? How about you agree with me?
yeah,
On me seems a little too familiar, sir.
that okay, that it could be a temporary thing because of the Rona, and actors are out of jobs right now, so they have to.
That is a curiosity whether they're going to drop off as they get busier and busier again.
Yeah, because Brie Larson has a YouTube channel, and the first video did great. She earned her fucking play button on the first video, but after that, it just dwindled, and she's losing more and more subscriptions. So, yeah.
Well, were they expecting her to just be naked the whole time, or what?
No, it was the hype that, oh look, Captain Marvel, she's on a fucking YouTube
Right,
channel
but
now.
what was the theme of the podcast? Not that we have a theme at all,
yeah.
other than being fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, there was no theme. It was just, oh, look at me. This is me in a typical day. Oh, look at me. This is me working out. Oh, look at me remembering lines from my movies of back in the day. That sort of stuff.
I mean, I would be interested to talk to her about her community days.
Yeah, there's that. I don't know. Maybe we can get her on and be like, hey, Miss Larson.
I love how optimistic you are about who we could get on. You're always hitting me up like, oh man, I was looking at trying to get this person on, and I go to them and they're like a super uber famous fucking YouTuber. Like, they're gonna come on our fucking show that's got like so many followers and subscribers.
Oh, you never know. Look at David Weiss.
For them.
He asked us to be in the fucking podcast. So you never know.
So.
Yeah.
Sure, if you say so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what topics are we covering for today's episode, sir? What do you got in the docket?
Well, first,
I know there's something about video games. Before you start talking about this particular video game that you still haven't mentioned to me, so it's still a surprise for me. I do want to ask, what kind of video games do you play? Do you still make any time for video games in your life?
I do make time, mostly because, after certain hours, like there's nothing going on in the world. So, um, so yeah, I do make time for video games. One video game I've been playing a lot. It's like the only game I play is Gears of War, because that
Military.
sure.
Do you still
Uh,
have a weird like military hard on?
no, because like I will not play Call of Duty. Maybe once in a while I'll get on it, but like not enough to fucking. I'll play the campaign, but
Well,
the
is Gears of War
multiplayer.
not just a military thing in space or something?
Yeah, yeah. But the thing with Gears of War is that that game came out when I was in Ramadi, and me and these other guys, we would play it when we were back in the wire. And when I came back, it was around the time of my birthday, and I gifted myself an Xbox with that game. So that was like the first console, the first
Sure.
game
So
I
you've got this weird little blip in time that glues you back to, that brings you straight back to that memory of that time.
yeah. So then ever since then, like uh that, and because when my PTSD was fresh in my mind, I couldn't play Gears of War. I couldn't be shooting people in the desert because it would take me back. But I could chainsaw monsters and fucking blow up their
Sure.
faces.
The more yeah, the
Yeah, because it wasn't taking me back. It was taking me back to a time when fucking, uh I wouldn't say I could relax, but I kind of could, just not relax 100%. But it was taking me back to a time of fucking bonding when we were there, the deadliest month of 2006. So, it has a special place in my heart. So,
that's cool.
yeah, that. And,
The video game.
yeah, every once in a while, every once in a while, I'll fucking play something that catches my eye. Like,
So yeah, like
yeah,
what?
like shoot 'em ups, like Mortal Kombat. When it comes out, I'll play it for the first few months, but then I'll go back to Gears of War. And
Yeah, see that's always funny to me. Like I'll talk to people that I knew were gamers 10 years ago, and I talk to them today and they're still playing the same fucking game. I'm like, come on, dude. Like I never could get into that. Like I prefer games where there's like a beginning and an end, and by the end of it I could, go on to something else. I've never been too much of a fan of those open-ended games, the team versus teams, where it's like you're just constantly fighting and high strung. Like I like conflict resolution, damn it.
mhm. Well, there's also the Gears of War lore. I have fucking uh at least until September, I have every fucking Gears of War book ever.
The
Not so much the
books?
comics. Yeah, the comics I missed out on, but yeah, I have the
Okay.
novels. Yeah, because they would come out periodically, like for a while, and then like that's it. And what happened? Yeah, and what
So
else?
what
Like,
is it? What's the storyline behind Gears of War? If you're gonna fucking bring up the book, what are the books like?
okay, so
I've never played the game, not even once. I have no
yeah,
idea what the fuck it's about.
the story is that it's a planet much like Earth, right? And humanity has been at war forever. Like they do not know peace. They had an 80-year war that finally got resolved, right? But it only lasted a few weeks. Then from the Earth came out these fucking monsters, and they started invading. And so then humanity had to come together to fucking take them down. Yeah,
I love
and
that you explaining this whole thing.
yeah, and they're not very good at it apparently, because there's five different fucking four different sequels to the game. So, you know, but I guess they're just trying to stay alive. Like the
Right on.
developers are trying to have a job.
All
But
right. So what is this gaming news that you have in your pocket?
This is another game that I play before I go back to Gears of War that also has a special place in my heart because, well, kind of, not as much as Gears, because when it came out, it was a PlayStation exclusive, and I didn't have PlayStation. I had Nintendo. So there was one game that I wanted to play for the longest time, and I didn't get around to playing until they did the reboot. So yeah,
And the game was
Tomb Raider is
Oh,
celebrating
shit.
their 25th anniversary.
no
20
shit.
25 years of Tomb Raider. I'm like,
Bro, when did that come out? Was that with Sony? What was that?
yeah, it was PlayStation.
Was it a PlayStation game or Dreamcast?
No, PlayStation.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, and then with the reboot series, I want to say they made it available in all consoles because I have Xbox and I've been playing it. I have the three fucking reboot games, and
Right on.
yeah, and they're celebrating their 25th anniversary by releasing the Tomb Raider Survival Trilogy, which is those games I just told you. They're releasing it into one game, I think, or one disc, whatever. But yeah, there's also they're going to be releasing an anime series on Netflix with
Well, they had that already, didn't they? Wasn't that already available on like Cartoon Network or something?
I don't think so.
I feel like I've seen that. Or maybe it's just animation style that we always saw from Sony anyway, from PlayStation.
Probably, but I'm pretty sure Cartoon Network wasn't one. Yeah, and Legendary is also one of the ones producing it. And they're releasing a Tomb Raider cookbook.
What? Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
All
like
right.
you would think it's recipes of what to cook when you're in a campfire,
Or
like
something. Yeah.
yeah, that sort of thing. But apparently these are things from around the world. And I'm like, okay, so then culturally what you can cook around a campfire, what every culture cooks in their
Sure. Okay. So what
campfire.
is it? What does this end up being?
Well, it hasn't been released yet, but yeah,
Touching
it's
it.
yeah, but it's just a cookbook. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. I'll look at it when it comes out, see if I'll buy it. I probably will. I don't know. And there's also crossovers going on with so the Lara Croft is going to be playable in Ghost Recon Breakpoint and
Okay.
and in War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
War of the what?
Whatever the fuck that is. World of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
All right then.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but apparently it's a Final Fantasy game. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I don't, dude. I am officially old. I no longer care about video games.
Yeah. And
I don't
then
care about anything anymore, Frank.
one
I don't care
last
about any of
thing.
this. Well, who are we doing this for? I feel like this podcast has become about the people listening to us. I thought this podcast was about us.
Oh, well,
Whatever. Hey, how's your relationship with God lately?
non-existent.
Not he doesn't exist or she doesn't exist.
No, well, I don't talk to Yahweh. I don't worship Yahweh. That's what you're
Yahweh.
getting at.
Pasiwate.
Uh-huh.
My mom doesn't like when I say that. So yeah, I remember one time I asked my mom, I was like, "Hey, is Yahweh God's name?" You're like, "Yeah." I'm like, how come we didn't know that? I'm like, I don't know. It's like, don't you think we should have learned God's name? like,
Well, yeah, if you
shouldn't
go
that
to
be
Sunday
something-
school, they'll tell you, like they told me, yeah,
Jehovah.
go ahead
Jehovah
and-
was another one. I was like, wait, is Jehovah a name for God too? Like, yeah. Then so Jehovah's Witnesses aren't. They're just God's witnesses. Like, well, yeah, that's their name, but it's like, but what? Like, but they're different. How are they different? I don't know, son. It's
Okay.
like shit.
So continue talking. BRB.
What? So he wants me to continue talking, but I really have nothing to talk about. I'm not sure at all what we're doing anymore along the lines of this podcast. I am currently shopping on my phone while we are just allowing Frank to finally have a moment to talk about things that he's interested in that I really have nothing to say about. So I don't know. Don't know what we're doing here. Hi,
Okay,
Frank.
so
Are you back now?
I'm
What
back.
happened?
Yeah, the fucking cat needed to take a dump. So I'm like, shit, 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 shit. So I let her out of the room. But
The cat needed to take a dump in shit.
yeah, I was like, shit, 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 shit.
All right.
So yeah, my relationship with God is not existent, at least not with the Christian God. And a whole Jehovah, that's what the Jehovah's Witnesses called Jehovah. I thought it was just like Jehovah was some guy and they witnessed him. Like, I don't know, Jehovah's another name for Jeebus. And they're like, yes, we witnessed his miracles. And that's the religion. That's always what I thought. So I don't know. Don't judge me.
I don't know. I'm confused. I was trying to do a podcast about religion and it's falling through. There's not enough. There's just not enough time in the world, man.
Mm-hmm.
How do you manage having so much time? Because I'm having trouble managing having so little.
Well, first of all, I don't have a job. That
Well-
always helps.
Yeah, how does that work for you, man?
I don't know, but apparently I'm gonna have a job soon because my brother was the one that
You keep
recommended.
saying you're
me-
gonna have a job soon, but I'm not sure I'm not sure these words mean what you think they mean.
No, because my brother was the one that talked me
If,
into
tell me what a plethora is.
a plethora.
A plethora. I would like
Holy
to
shit,
know
deja
the
vu.
man who is telling me I have a plethora who knows what a plethora is.
Uh-huh. So yeah, my
you know
brother
what
was the
having
one-
a job means.
Uh-huh. So my brother was the one that talked me into getting a job at, was it Grubhub? DoorDash. Grubhub. I think it was.
Right.
Yeah,
Then
and
did
I
that
told
work
him,
out?
yeah, I applied and I told them that they were that they had told me that they're not recruiting at the moment. Then he tells me, he's like, oh, so they put you on a 3-month waiting list. So hopefully he's right. And I get a job here in about 2 months, maybe a month. So yeah, hopefully. I mean, it's easier than delivering pizzas because I don't have to put up with anyone. I just put in
We'll
the
see.
order, pick it up, and then drop it off.
But it's still the same thing. You're still delivering. You're still
Yeah, I'm
picking
still
up and delivering
delivering,
shit.
but I don't have fucking assholes over here fucking nitpicking everything I do. I don't have fucking. I'm not gonna have
It
drama
seems like
at work because I'm the only one I
seems
work
like
with. What?
I don't know, man. It terrifies me to deliver shit door to door to people. Like, first off, pets. I have a problem with people's dogs. I would not want to fucking deal with, like, every time I hear a bark, I would stress out.
Mhm.
Like, and then are you gonna take a pepper spray with you? Because you never know. What if they just jump you for the food?
Well, I always carried a 45 with me when I deliver.
Well, you can't do that now.
Sure, I can. Just not tell anyone I'm doing it.
Are you still allowed to? Are you allowed to carry
I'm not allowed to carry.
anymore at all?
Nope.
Like, is there anything you could do to?
Technically, I never was because that's what they got me on. That fucking I was carrying without permission. So fucking Edinburgh PD.
Well, it was an unregistered.
No, it was registered. I just didn't have a permit to carry or license
Oh,
to
for a
carry.
concealed. Well, but you can open carry in Texas, can't you? It's a concealed carry where you can't, right? Or do you need a
well,
license to carry all together?
yeah, I think you need a license to carry altogether. And I'm like,
Well, no
that's
shit.
not very freedom of you. Like
I
the
really wish I
second,
knew more things about things. I just don't.
yeah, no, the Second Amendment is my fucking permit to carry. So there's that.
Well, that's what I thought.
No, that's the way it should be. But the government takes away your rights so they can sell them back to you through taxes. That's what it is.
I will sell you your taxes.
No, they're
I'll sell
selling you your rights. Yeah.
So you're right. It's through Texas. Got it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I keep telling you taxation is theft. But you're like, we need taxes. I'm like, I'm not arguing that if we need or don't need. I'm saying it's theft. The way we're being taxed is theft.
Everything is theft, man. Everybody's trying to steal an extra penny or two off you. Everything you buy. There's absolutely no reason for us to be spending as much money on things that we do. It just doesn't make sense. Everything should still cost 50 cents for a soda. Rent should still cost fucking $100 a month. And we should still be getting paid $2.50 because money is arbitrary. We decide how much it fucking matters, how much it costs, you know, like
Mhm.
how much is money worth as well, however much worth we put on the fucking dollar. That's why right now we're about to collapse the fucking economy, collapse the dollar by fucking giving away all this fucking free money and trying to raise the minimum wage to $15.50 an hour or something like that for the United States wide. All that's going to do is collapse the dollar, make everything more expensive, tax the shit out of everything, and then we're going to have to be forced to move to a digital currency. And of course, the government's going to get in league with all the credit card companies like they've always been, and with all the banking institutions, and force them to go into a digital currency as well that's overseen by the government itself, and force everybody to be on a monetization that on a monetized but your cat is distracting the shit out of me. So yeah, the government's going to force us all to go to a digital currency, allowing them to more closely monitor us, because then our paper money is going to be worthless, and we're no longer going to be able to stash, you know, a couple grand in our couch cushions because it's not going to fucking mean anything.
Yeah, that's the thing with Bitcoin. People are telling me how they're supporting it because it's it's a it's a currency without a central bank. There's no government
Okay, yeah.
involved.
You want to know how that collapses?
Well, yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Let me tell you.
The government is gonna find a way to be intrusive and
Well, you
own
want to
that
know how you
shit.
do that? You want to
How?
know how you do that? You know how you control Bitcoin? You
Mm-hmm.
own the majority of Bitcoin. There's a finite amount, right?
Mm.
Well, how do you
No, I think it's unlimited.
No, there's a finite amount of Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it valuable.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you say so.
Yeah. There's a finite amount of Bitcoin that's out there that's spread amongst, you know, the web, which is why we have to mine, quote unquote, for Bitcoin. And you know, the more people that are buying into it, the more spread out the Bitcoin's getting. It's just like gold or diamonds, you know, not the artificial kind, the real gold and diamonds. That's why that shit is so pricey. So what's gonna happen is the banks or the government is just gonna end up buying, because they have all the fucking money in the United States. They're just gonna buy the majority stake in some of these fucking digital currencies and sell it back to us at their own tax rate, at a percentage cut. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's all just cyclical, man. It went from oil to fucking gas to solar to wind. Now it's gonna go to Bitcoin. You know, money transfers places. Just depends on what we want.
Yep. Yeah. But what happened?
Instant
Speaking of
currency.
speaking of stealing things,
Alien.
is it time to mention our idiot of the week? Because
Is it? I don't know. How long have we been going for? I didn't even pay attention when we started this episode.
yeah, me neither. But
Well, that's not good.
we'll get to it eventually. But no, what happened? Yeah. So our idiot of the week. So there's this one guy. I forgot his name. I'm not gonna mention his name. He's a fucking idiot.
Okay. Yeah. Thank God you're not worried about that for once. Jesus, so many fucking names come out of you as if people give a shit.
Okay, so this guy from somewhere pulled out a butcher knife on a clerk who was replacing the trash liners. And yeah, he was like, "Remember me? I told you I was gonna come back to kill you," and he started chasing him.
Wait, okay. I feel like you skipped a lot of information in the story.
Uh-huh.
You
Well,
want to try that again?
I was getting to that. So let me set it up.
All
then.
right. Set it up, son.
So then this guy came out of fucking jail, right? And he went to a corner store or a gas station, convenience store they call them, and one of the clerks was accusing them of.
They also call them bodegas. Do you want to call them? You want to name everything else they call them?
Okay, bodegas. If
Everybody,
you're
yeah.
from around here, but what else happened? Yeah, so the guy accused him of fucking shoplifting. So they threw him out because of course he didn't have anything on him. So they threw his ass out. And apparently the guy was like, I'm gonna come back and kill you. And so the clerk was like, yeah, whatever.
But so he got arrested, went to jail, and how long? How much later did he get out of jail and remember this?
No, he didn't go to jail. Or maybe he did. I don't know.
Well, you said he got out of jail.
Yeah, the article wasn't too clear on why he went to jail, but yeah, the guy, the clerk was out replacing the trash liner. You know, he was replacing the bag in the trash can, and this kid pulls out a butcher knife and
Damn.
tells him, "Remember me? I said I was gonna come back to kill you." And he starts chasing him down the road, and
Down the road.
yeah, so then they end up splitting up because the cops go out fucking looking for him. And they found the butcher knife, and then eventually they found him, right?
Dude, I feel so sheltered that I don't see any of this shit anymore. Like, I feel like I saw this a lot when I was a kid, or like at least younger. But nowadays, like, I don't see anything at all happen like that. Like, do you? Like, are you in situations where this kind of shit happens around you? Like, Rob, our friend Rob, what the fuck is wrong with him that these stories just follow him? Like, we need to have Rob the Marine back on, man, and let him wax poetically his fucking horror stories that come from his day-to-day existence.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. That one time I was with Robbie, I took him to go get him some cigarettes, and there was this guy outside. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but apparently he was bugging everyone. That's what fucking Robbie was saying. So Robbie calls the cops and he's like, yeah, we got some fucking guy over here harassing customers, whatever the fuck. And then we come out, right? I unlock the door, I get in the car, Robbie opens the door, and he yells at this fucking guy, hey, get the fuck out of here. We're Marines, we'll fucking kill you.
Jesus. So aggressive. So aggressive.
So then the guy over here tells him, yeah, you wish you could kill me. And fucking Rob is like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, Rob, it's not worth it. Let's just fucking go. And he tells the guy, he's like, yeah, he's right. You're not worth it. I'm like, what the fuck ever. So eventually they came over and they arrested this guy for loitering or whatever the fuck. And, yeah, and then Rob calls somebody and he tells them, he's like, yeah, there was this guy that kept fucking harassing us at the fucking store. And I told him, like, get the fuck out of here. We're Marines. But luckily my boy was here with me, fucking calming me down. And I'm like, that is not at all how it went down. But if you want to fucking say that's how it went down, I guess that's how it went down.
Yeah, that dude has way too much going on, man. I think what, did we mention it last time where he wants to join the French Federation or something?
Yeah,
like
the French Foreign Legion, and he wants
the French Foreign Legion. Yeah, because since he is essentially 100% disabled as far as the United States government is concerned, he can't join any active military service right now in the United States unless some like horrific fucking thing happens and they get really short on fucking soldiers. They're not calling him back anytime soon. And he just desperately wants to go fight, man. Like, what do you think that is that gets in people where they need to fight? Is it a need to fight or a need to die? What is it? Hi, son. Hi, 8-year-old. How you doing, buddy? You want to come say hello to the folks in podcast land? We're doing a podcast. Say hi, podcast.
Hi.
All right, and there's Mama coming in. You want to move right through so we can finish up here? Go help Mama with the groceries. All right, what were we saying? So yeah, what is it that gets people to feel that way? That they just feel like they've got to get back out there and fight?
Yeah, in my case, it was just a matter of fucking wanting to die.
So you did, when you came back, you wanted to go back out, or did
Yeah.
you have enough once you were?
No, I volunteered to be a combat replacement, but they were like, no, son, not you. Anybody but you. I'm like, okay, cool.
Why? Because why?
Yeah, because I had the PTSDs and I had this I was seeing a shrink at Camp Pendleton, and I was also seeing this other lady. I forgot what you called them, but they did
Therapist?
stuff. No, the sort of therapist. She did stuff with energy, and I'm like, cool.
Oh, Reiki.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, Reiki.
A
Uh,
Reiki master.
yeah, she would just hover her hands above me, and I'd be laying there
Yeah,
all
Reiki.
awkward. And
Definitely
I'm
Reiki.
like,
It's
I'm
always
like,
been a very odd thing. It's a lot of people liken it to placebo. Move on.
yeah,
Yeah, just strap it down. Well, I'll call you to put it away in a minute.
yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
a lot of people liken it to placebo effects. Some people believe it's just it's literally like energy in between the bodies, because especially in like the military, you're not exactly supposed to be in physical contact with each other, right? Or close to each other. You don't get a lot of hugs in the military. So Reiki is a nice form of being close to somebody without any repercussions of sexual assault, I guess.
mhm.
I don't know. I like the idea of Reiki. I feel like it's personal one-on-one attention from one body to another. I think
Right.
that's where the energy comes from. You know what I mean? Like just feeling like you have the attention of one person that is focusing their energy on you, whether it's a physical, tangible exchange of energy or whether it's just an emotional exchange, mentally or spirit, it could be taken any which way. It's the same thing I find with my yogic practices as far as the chakras are concerned. When I feel like I'm having a hard time breathing, I open up my heart chakra, right, which is supposed to help with breathing. But basically, it's a biological thing. You're literally spreading your chest open, arching your back a little bit, spreading your heart open. You know what I mean? That area. And basically, all you're doing is widening your chest and allowing for oxygen flow to more easily go through and for blood to flow through your vascular system a bit more. So you could choose to believe it's a spiritual thing or an energy thing, or you could believe in the science and the biological, or if you're like me, you kind of want to pull from both sides of that because neither one actually fully explains anything.
Yeah, I was just glad to get out of my fucking unit for a while. I was like, do your thing, lady.
It
As
was
long as
just
I'm not,
recess.
yeah, like as long as I'm not back there getting yelled at, I'm cool.
I get to lay down with a woman paying attention to me. Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Yeah. So,
So did you feel anything from that at all? Did you have any sort of reaction to it?
no, I felt nothing. Like
No
literally
peace, at
nothing.
least for the moments of just, or were you thinking about it too much during the whole sessions?
No, I was just laying there with
Uh,
my fucking brain shut off. And yeah, I'm
Story of
like,
your life, bro.
I was like, do your thing, lady. But yeah, just laying there awkwardly, fucking. Sometimes I'd see her with her eyes closed, doing the fucking hand hovering thing, and I'd just look away, like, ugh, what else? But yeah, apparently I fell asleep once or twice there, and she was telling me how some guys, like a lot of them fall asleep, and some guys end up farting for some reason. I'm like,
Well, most people, a lot of guys just fart in their sleep.
right. And I'm like, I'm not gonna fart in front of a lady. That's rude.
Yeah, not unless you're married. Once you're married, then it's just like battle shits. Like if fucking was that Harold and Kumar go to White Castle when they get to the college and the girls are playing battle shits in the stalls.
Sure.
They're like, anyway, that's what being married is like. You're just constantly trying to outdo each other's fart.
Hmm. So
It's the
speaking of
best game.
competition,
Oh, good transition there. What is it?
yeah, I have some beef between Twitchers, or I guess
What?
streamers, Yeah, there's what I call artificial beef because it's like wolf cat. It's like not really beef. It's just
Beyond those Beyond Burgers.
yeah, it's just to get people talking about them and fucking whatever. But what happened? Yeah, these two Twitchers or these Twitch streamers. Because what's going on with Twitch is that it's not so much
Wait, what's the topic? I'm confused. How do we get on Twitch?
hot tub streaming is what it is.
Okay. And
Yeah.
they are okay. Continue.
Yeah. So then what's going on with Twitch, what's picking up right now on Twitch is just chatting streams where it's just the person sitting there fucking talking to you and you're fucking typing up your questions or whatever. Now
So live stream. Just live stream podcasting basically.
Yeah, the setup here is that so Twitch has these guidelines, these rules where as long as you don't make it obvious that you're showing skin, you're fine. You can show as much skin as you want, just don't make it obvious. And so then
what does that even mean? You're on a screen. How much more obvious does it get?
no, like if you're a chick with huge knockers and you're wearing a tank top, then that's fine. Because you're leisurely, you're just wearing comfortable clothes. Or like if you're
okay, so you can be provocative, just not gratuitous.
Yeah, and you can wear a fucking mini skirt with fucking thigh-high socks.
Okay, because Twitch is still like a PG-13, NS-17 kind. It's not a. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they try to keep it.
They're not trying to build it into another OnlyFans or anything.
Yeah, they try to keep it family friendly, but as long as you're not making it obvious you're showing skin, then that's fine. And so then this girl, XO Ariel, decided to step it up a notch. And since, as long as you're not making it obvious, you're showing skin, you're good.
Where's the picture? Show me a picture.
I don't have a picture with me right now, but
terrible.
You can Google it yourself. XO Ariel. Anyways.
Okay. What about her?
Yeah, so she decided to take it up a notch, and have a fucking stream inside a fucking hot tub. Because apparently now you have fucking 16-year-olds with fucking debit cards, and for a 16-year-old, this is fucking.
Wait, she's 16 years old?
No. Her Twitch streaming audience, a lot of them are fucking 16-year-old boys.
So they're paying for this.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, she's bodied up.
Yeah, but it's not obvious that she's
no, she's just in a bathing suit. And she's fangirling it. She's doing the whole she's a cam girl.
Yeah, so then this other Twitcher or streamer, QT Cinderella, said, I'm all about getting that bread, which for you old people, that means money. She's all about getting that cash. I am. I'm like, yes, queen, do the hot tub stream, but please don't do it on Twitch. Then I have people coming from your chat where they see your hot tits covered in bubbles, to my chat asking to see mine, but we don't do that here. So then, so then XO Ariel was like, oh, hell no. And so she's like, oh, hell no. They're both white girls.
I mean, she's capitalizing on the opportunity just like a lot of other people. Like, can you blame her? Especially at the amount of money that she's probably getting is probably crazy.
Yeah. So then she says, well, I agree with her that to some extent, men, what the fuck did I write? Oh, yeah, that to some extent, i.e., men over-sexualizing the women on the platform and just overall being sexist. I don't agree with the females that are to blame. She doesn't agree that females are to blame for this. She said, I started a hot tub streaming meta. I was the first to do it. I knew what I was signing up for. I knew I was going to be a target for hate, but not from other female streamers.
Well, she should have. That should have been the first people she expected to get hate from. What's she talking about?
Yeah. She also said, I have a short, you're probably not going to agree with what she's saying. She said, I have a shorter window to make money than the average man. It's incumbent of me to take advantage of this while I can. While I
And
take
she's talking
advantage.
about she's talking about her looks. Like
Yeah.
men typically can sell their looks longer than females can.
Damn it, cat.
Is what she's getting at.
Yeah. Stupid
I
cat.
think that's an older thought. I think nowadays, like, there's a large market for beautiful older women. But yeah, no, I feel I don't think there's anything wrong with what she's doing. I think the fault lies in the permission given to the kids. You know, when the lack of monitoring from the parents. You know, if they have an issue with it, a lot of these parents probably don't have an issue with their kid looking at a hot chick video gaming. They're just
they
happy
don't.
their boy's straight in
Yeah,
this day,
because
you know, or the girl is whatever, like whoever the hell it is, like parents just don't care anymore.
yeah,
It's
that's
so
another
hard to give
thing.
a shit, apparently.
Yeah, that's another thing that these parents probably aren't aware what their kids are watching. They're just like, oh, Twitch is just where they see people playing video games, and not aware that there's somebody taking advantage of your kid's raging hormones and fucking dunking herself in a fucking hot tub.
Dunking herself. It's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah, dunking herself on a fucking hot tub in front of the fucking internet, talking about how, I'm not trying anything. This is just me. So, yeah. Yeah.
Right on, man. Hey, wait, hold on. What was with the asshole of the week?
Oh, that the guy got himself in trouble. The guy got himself arrested because he was craving a bologna sandwich from jail.
Yeah, what yeah, what is going on here?
Yeah, the guy.
Did we already talk about this and it was so mind-numbing that I don't remember talking about it?
Yeah.
Holy shit. How do you just crave? It's still mind-boggling that somebody would do that.
Well, there are some kids.
What did he do to get him back in jail, though?
He waved the butcher knife at the clerk that.
Oh, that was that story.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's so dumb. Okay.
Yeah, I had another one about some guy getting caught cheating because his girlfriend looked through his settings, picked up somebody else's Wi-Fi, but that was set up. That was just a comedy sketch. So I'm like,
man,
oh,
yeah, those are kind of annoying. There's this at least one or two people on Facebook where they keep coming up on the streams where it's like if they're, I don't know, they're just fucking weird video edits that they do, or she like pretends to be like hitting on her plumber or whatever, like it's the first time that they've ever met or something. My plumber's so hot, I invited him over again so I could give him my number and invite him out. And it's so obviously set up. The woman's not even a good actress. Like this whole like setting, it's weird, man. This artificial reality that we're living in. It's exactly as cheesy as those fucking futuristic movies like Black Mirror were. Like where they're like sit in front of a screen and they've got to like work out to keep watching TV or whatever. I don't even I don't know, dude. The world is getting a little nuts for me, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we're heading somewhere.
Yeah, I don't want to say it because it makes me feel like I'm that old guy, you know, like, oh, the old guy just doesn't understand. Like, no, I don't understand anymore. I really don't. I've crossed the threshold.
Yep. But oh well.
I'm only fucking 31, Frank. What's going on?
Oh well,
Is the
you're
world gonna end.
You're getting there. I mean, you're in your 30s. You have a family of your own. You don't have time to be involved in all this fucking young blood stuff.
Young blood.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Well, what can you do?
Yeah.
Hey, so do you think the world's gonna end on December 20th, 2021?
No.
Because I think it's an anagram, right? Backwards, it's the same thing.
No,
an
backwards it's 12 20 20 12. So yeah.
No, 12/12. Wait, no.
12 20
It would be
20 21.
12 December 2nd, 21, no? Wouldn't that do it?
Yeah, that makes more sense, but the year is still 12 20.
I'm so confused.
Yeah. 12 20 20 12.
I need to see this backwards now. I'm so confused. I'm confused.
12
I've confused myself with it. I was just looking at the date right now. I was like, what is this? Hold on.
12 20 21. 12 20
No, it's
20.
December
12.
2nd. Wait. What the fuck did I do?
12 20 20 12. Or
Stop
12 20
confusing
20
me.
21.
All right, we're never gonna figure this out. We should just end the episode. This has been another completely fucking bullshit episode. What did we even talk about? I don't know. Pay attention to Frank's info drop at the beginning here. Well, you probably read that before you started the episode, so fuck me.
Yeah, we talked about Tomb Raider. We talked about beef between two Twitchers. And we talked about Reikis and more video games and
Beef between two Twitchers. That is such a weird, like, it's so strange that even like reaches the masses. Anyway, I got groceries strewn across the floor that I've got to put away. So
okay.
I'm going to go ahead and end this podcast.
Okay.
We've been going long enough, right? Been at least a minute.
Sure.
Sure. All right. Well, since Frank doesn't give a shit, why are we still doing this, Frank?
Because you wanted to do this. You said
no. Hold on. You can't keep saying this. Give me a reason why you're doing it.
Oh, because I told you I'm in it till the end.
No other motivation, people. We're just here for the sake of showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And that completes another episode of the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. I've been Anthony along with Mr.
Frank.
You can find us at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com with any comments, questions, concerns at CI Podcast on Instagram, at completelyinap with 1P on Twitter. Wherever you find us, you found us. Congratulations. You get a cookie, just not from us. You go find one yourself, you lazy fucks. Get off the couch. I know it's COVID, but get a DoorDash and spend $50 on a single cookie.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm done. Frank, what do we tell people?
Be excellent to each other.
Find you happy. Try to be better today than you were yesterday. Namaste, bitches. He comes from his mom and he likes pie. Say bye, Mr. Frank.
Bye, Mr. Frank.
All right, stop recording.